All right, as always, before I get started, give me a moment here. All right, as always, before I get started, I have to give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. And what is his name? Seeing that I don't come in my own name, all right? Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. I'm going to start my lesson off in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude. So righteousness teaches justice. We're out here teaching our people justice. The fact that we talk about how these nations are going to be recompensed for how they treated us, that's justice. And a lot of our people are actually offended at that. Okay, when we bring up justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. So there aren't too many things in life more profitable than justice. But our people are trying to avoid justice. They're trying to give these other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, a pass, man. All right? But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is reaching out to our people, extending his hand unto you and showing you mercy. But our people, they reject this word. They reject this gospel. They reject Yahweh Shai in doing so. And that also means you reject the Father Yahweh. And if a man love righteousness, so any of you Israelites who claim to love righteousness, her labors are virtues. For she, because this wisdom is compared to a woman, for she teacheth temperance and prudence. So I'm going to look up that word temperance, just a basic explanation. So the word temperance goes into habitual moderation in regard to the indulgence of the natural appetites and passions, restrained or moderate indulgence. So in this life, we have to be moderate. Just like there's nothing wrong with, getting down with eating fast food here and there in moderation. But you shouldn't be eating fast food every day. Just like when it comes to being in this ministry, it's beautiful. You're on fire, you're teaching, you're reading, you're doing all that you're supposed to do. But you also want to be moderate to where whatever works for you, of course, but you don't want to wear yourself out. What some brothers will say, you don't want to burn yourself out. If you're a man of the Lord, you're not going to burn out, but you're not going to wear and tear yourself by doing too much. You're not going to do more than what you need to do. So being in this ministry, we have to have balance. We have to have temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. So righteous teaches justice, or righteousness, I should say, teaches justice. So let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. It's pretty cold out here, so I won't be too long. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So it is a righteous thing for the Lord to recompense our enemies. Well, guess what? That goes into justice. It is a just thing for the Lord to recompense our enemies. And not only those of these other nations, but that includes you Israelites who give us a hard time. I have another chariot out. I'm going to get that one too. Get it on camera for y'all. It's not as clear because of that light, but you see it there. All praises to our power. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Oh, we got some more. Hold on. Got one right there. Right above me. There's another one too. But I'm gonna get to this lesson because it's cold, man. I don't want to waste no time. Not that showing chariots is a waste of time whatsoever. But I do want to bring out this lesson. So righteousness teaches justice. And it's a just thing for our Lord to recompense our enemies. It's also a just thing for the Lord to recompense those of our people who are enemies, those who scoff and mock us, those who wish ill upon us. Okay? The Lord is going to bring judgment upon them as well. That is justice. Okay? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Just as you devils have done to the nation of Israel, the same is going to be done to you, but guess what? It's going to be paid back double. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and that's what the Lord's about. He's about justice. He's about making things right, and he's going to make things right for the nation of Israel. Jeremiah chapter 50. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 7. All that found them have devoured them. So all these different nations have had a way with us. All these different nations have used and abused the Israelites, have made all sorts of money off of us, have fed us lies, fed us abominable foods, stripped us from our customs. All right? So a recompense is going to have to be brought forth to all these different nations for doing such a thing to the Lord's people. All that found them have devoured them. So this isn't just Esau. All the heathen are guilty. None of them showed us mercy. And their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice. So the Lord is about justice. And in their mind, they're justified to afflict the Israelites because, well, in their mind, as long as we keep being evil, as long as they can keep feeding us pork chops and Big Booty Judy, who already has a husband, all right, feed drugs and, you know, keep you all hooked up in alcohol, keep you distracted. In their minds, all they have to do is go to the Heavenly Father and say, see, look at your people. They ain't no good. Why should they deserve the birthright? But see, when it comes down, Esau is the accuser of his brethren, starting with Esau. And the rest of these nations are in the same spirit. They try to, you know, feed us all these lies, all these different things that are contrary to the Most High, while at the same time pointing the finger and saying, see, look at them. They don't deserve salvation. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we offend not. But guess what? It's a just thing for the Lord to bring recompense to all those who have troubled us. So although you different nations, you might feel that what you've done to us up until now has been justified, that is not the case. The Lord is about justice and truth. And that's why he sends his prophets out here to tell you the truth. All right? We are in the season of truth. All lies are being smashed. All right? And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. They know that as long as we are going contrary against our power, we're going to stay in these curses. So they feel like, well, the best thing to do is to keep them sinning so they can remain under the curses, and then we can remain in power. But that's not going to happen, because guess what? The Lord has set aside his elect that is going to turn back and call upon him in the midst of all these wicked Israelites who avoid him as much as they can. Because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. So the Lord is the habitation of justice. And righteousness teaches justice. And it's a righteous thing, it's a just thing for the Lord to bring recompense to all those who have troubled us, man. So now what I'm going to do is go to Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's justice right there. You lead someone into captivity, you yourself, you're going into captivity. And guess what? Those that you've led into captivity just happen to be the Lord's people, the Israelites. And there's going to be a heavy penalty for you devils to pay for that. It's beautiful seeing these chariots out here.
Notification.
You know, that really does help give me hope. And I hope it gives you believers out there hope as well. The Lord shows he's with us in various ways. The Lord shows he's with us through not only signs of us seeing chariots, but if you're seeing a chariot through a brother's video, and the fact that you're linked in, that's the Lord showing you chariots, man. Okay? He that leadeth into captivity, like Esau did, shall go into captivity. So Esau's guilty. Why? Because that's justice. You reap what you sow. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And Esau's blessing is the sword. And since he's had his blessing, he's done a good job abusing his blessing, being a damn good devil. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints are Israelites. And this is what we're patiently hoping for. Although right now, we don't see our enemies beneath our feet, we don't see them bowing down and looking at us as the sons of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the kings of the earth at this particular time. But the Lord is going to have these nations bow down to us, man. They're going to reverence us as the Israelites, the people of the power, man. The real pop stars, people of power, stars, man. And that's justice. Galatians chapter 6. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived. The power is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So Esau, Edom, you might be laughing now because you're in power. You know, you have a little bit of liberty to do as you please. At least you think you do. But guess what? There is a reaction to every small action, let alone your biggest ones, mistakes and all. The Lord has everything that you've done to the children of Israel It's all collected in a glass bottle, and you're being exposed. Your wickedness is being seen by the world. Your wickedness is being seen by your own people. So this is all a sign or a token that the Lord is soon to bring justice. Finally, many years have passed and we've been punished, we've been downtrodden, we've been oppressed, we've been deceived and lied to, and now we're coming into a point where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is about to defend the oppressed. Just like you have those fires in California, well, guess what the word California means? Fiery furnace, all right? And that's what's going to be, the same destiny for Babylon. America's going to become a fiery furnace. These are all signs that the Lord is bringing judgment and justice, because he is a man of justice. He is a man of truth, okay? And everything that he's ever said, he stood on it. And he don't need to go back on his word, because he's not a man that he should lie. So you other nations, be ready for your judgment. All you Israelites who have taken this word lightly and have pretended like we're not talking to you, like we're talking to ourselves, the Lord is not going to hold you innocent, because he is a man of justice. You reap what you sow, whoever you are, whether good or bad. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So don't be deceived. You reap what you sow. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7 to go more into that. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 8. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways. Why? Because you reap what you sow. We are going to be judged according to our ways. And seeing how these other nations have treated us, they are going to be judged according to their ways as well. Just as the Lord has judged our people for our wickedness. Okay? Because again, he is a man of justice. He's a man who is about setting things right. He is going to allow you to reap what you sow. And accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. So no one's going to escape from their wicked ways, because people are judged by their ways. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. So just as the Lord always recompenses his people, we go off, the Lord punishes us. Well, it's no different for you other nations. It's just you other nations, you're bastard nations. The Lord doesn't always put the belt on you right away, because he's punishing those that he actually loves. But he's coming to a point now where he's actually about to bring that terror upon you other nations, starting with Esau, Edom. Okay, for far too long, Jerusalem has been smitten, but the Lord is going to show mercy and favor upon us. Okay? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So because sentence of an evil work, there's no quick judgment that always comes, and every time you do something wrong, instantly something's going to happen right away. Well, seeing that these elite, they've been getting away in their mind with poisoning us, lying to us, oppressing us, giving us a hard time, making our lives a living hell to the best of their ability, and the Lord has allowed them to just go on and go on and go on. So in their mind, they're okay. In their mind, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is as one of them. The Lord must be an Edomite. The Lord must hate Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and all the above, because they've been doing these things to us, and they've been seemingly getting away with it. But that's not the case. The Lord is actually building up a case, and he's about to come down. He's about to run down upon all you Edomites and all those who follow behind him. The whole world is in darkness following behind this man and his people. Okay, these Edomites. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So it's fully set in these Edomites to do evil, because in their mind, judgment will never come. In their mind, it's delayed judgment. So the Lord must be okay with that. No, the Lord is going to pay them back. Okay? Ecclesiastes, I'm going to jump back a few verses. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 7. For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? So these devils don't know when their judgment's coming. Okay? But it's coming. But you have the men of the Lord, you have the prophets out here giving you warning. You have the prophets out here as an alarm, letting you know what season, what time you're in. You're in a time where you're about to be brought down by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You are about to be brought down by the Lamb. And it's spiritual because right over here on this truck, I don't know, I can't tell if that's a lamb or not. It looks like it's a lamb flexing on that truck. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. But that's what it looks like. It looks like a lamb's flexing. Well, whether it's a lamb or not, Yahweh Shai is that lamb that's about to come and flex on America. He's also that fierce lion that's about to come and flex on America. And all the shepherds of Babylon are not going to be able to stop this fierce lion from conquering and devouring at once. Okay? Because he's coming to bring justice. He's coming to bring war. He's coming to conquer and to establish his kingdom on earth. All right? For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? So you don't know when you're going to be cut off, Esau, because in your mind, you've been getting away with it for so long. Judgment's been delayed for so long. But you have no idea how instantly the Lord could just bring you down. Okay? Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4. In verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So we had to get our butts kicked because the Lord is about judgment. He's about justice. You reap what you sow. And just as we've gone off being disobedient to him, and he's punished us for it, now it's you heathens' turn, starting with Esau. The table's about to turn on you. So get ready to drink this whole gallon of vodka with no chasers, man. You got to drink the whole thing. And you got to drink it quickly. All right? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. And that's why we're in World War III right now. Because the Lord is about to get us out of this captivity. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So this is our last captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And the sins of Edom are being discovered through the words of the Lord, through the mouthpiece of the prophets. Okay? And these devils are mad about that. And they can't stop it. Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. So the point being, be ye angry, but don't sin. We have to keep self-control, because when you hear about all the wickedness that these devils are doing behind the scenes, how these other nations feel about us as well, and what they're unwilling to do to us if given opportunity, it can really piss you off, man. It can really put you in a mood of just wanting to take vengeance upon your own self and do things. But that's not what we're doing. We're waiting upon our Lord and Savior. We're waiting upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. He's going to bring justice and judgment. He's going to overthrow our enemies, man. He's going to be the one to handle it. He has it taken care of. Okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. So anger doesn't leave place for you to depend on the Lord. Anger doesn't leave place for ourselves to think logically. Anger is like a dark cloud that clouds your judgment. It's like a dark cloud that clouds your vision. You know, anger can be useful, but how I see anger is like this. Anger could either be like a wildfire, which destroys everything in its path, or anger could be like a laser beam, which is controlled anger. And you can use it more as a tool, as a weapon. But a wildfire, uncontrolled anger, that destroys everything in its path. And that includes yourself. So even though there's nothing wrong with being angry, we have to have a sense of control, self-control. We want our anger to be like a laser beam, not a wildfire. And there's nothing wrong with being angry and mad at these heathen, wanting to see them brought down. But we have to wait upon the Lord, okay? Because he's going to bring justice. Zephaniah, it's either Zephaniah or Zechariah. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Man, it's cold as hell. I'm about to wrap it up. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So we are to wait upon the Lord. He's going to bring judgment and justice. He's going to be the one to set things right. And we know these things to be true. Why? Because he is a man. He's not a man that he should lie. He is a man of truth. Okay? He is a man who is about his word. Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 8. Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof, when thy neighbor had put thee to shame. So if you Israelites try to pick up, sword and, go carnal with Esau right now, you're going to get put to shame. We are to wait upon the Lord. And you have Israelites on the sideline thinking we're supposed to crash out. We're supposed to pick up arms and bring down these devils with the weapon, a carnal weapon. Not at all, man. Doing that, you are going to get put to shame. Why? Because the Lord told you to wait, and the Lord put them in temporal power right now. They are in their power seat. Our power is in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Our power is spiritual, not carnal. They're blessed with the sword. Our sword is the scriptures. Okay? And this is what's bringing this kingdom down. Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof. You end up getting exhausted because you out of ideas. You thought you had everything under control. You were wrong, bucko. Wait on the Lord. Lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof, when thy neighbor had put thee to shame. So going against Esau carnally, you're going to get put to shame, because that is not what we're supposed to do right now. Let's stay in Proverbs. I'm going to bring out a couple more. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So we have to rule our spirit. We have to patiently wait on the Lord, because he's going to be the one to overthrow and conquer our enemies. and we know this to be true again, because he is a man of truth. He is not a man that he should lie. His words are going to go forth. They're going to come to pass as he said they would. So you Israelites, you should be looking forward to salvation. You should be looking forward to seeing these other nations get paid back for all the evil they've done to you. All these wicked people in general, even of your own nation, who have done you faulty without cause. The Lord has seen all of it. That's why the best thing to do is to lean upon him and wait upon him to set it up right for you, for your house, for things to go well for you. That's how you win. That's how you become successful. Okay? He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So it takes a whole lot to rule your spirit. You might be so fiery to actually control your emotions. It's like having a fierce lion on a chain, and you're doing everything in your power to not let this chain go. Because once you let this chain go, there's no telling what this lion is going to do and what the end of this line is going to be. We got to have control, which is far greater than being some mighty man who can take down thousands, who can conquer kingdoms, but he can't rule his anger. To rule your anger, that's a sign of a conqueror. You know, to have moments where you want to do something, but you just sit back on it and like ponder, like, you know what, the Lord got this. Now, if something comes to you face to face and you got to handle it, which hopefully that doesn't happen and it's not something that's normal in your life, but in scenarios like that, that's one thing. But we're not going out of our way to start no problems with nobody. I'm a man of peace. I like peace, man. I like to chill. I like to be in the cut, out the way from negativity as much as possible. As a man, of course, I'm willing to handle things if need be, but I would rather just have peace. Okay, but we live in a wicked world, man. But at the end of the day, going back to my point, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to make things right for us. All we have to do is just keep waiting. Hold on a little bit longer as we get stronger, and he's going to come and conquer our enemies. We just got to keep that control. Keep that patience. And don't throw in the towel. Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your soul. So don't flip out trying to pick up arms, or you want to hurt yourself now. You know, you want to become this carnal fellow. You want to go into the world and flee the truth. Keep control of yourself, man. Because the Lord is going to bring justice for us. The Lord is going to make things right for us. We just got to keep holding on and holding on. Because he's coming. I guarantee you that. And I pray this lesson, it was simple and easy to understand. And I'm going to go on ahead and give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. And seeing that I don't come in my own name, what is his name? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. I got 3 chariots in front of me. I still got this one out. I'm going to go on ahead, get it on camera one more time as I'm closing out. And I pray that you few brothers and sisters out there who watch my videos have a blessed night. Shalom.